So, hi everyone, this is Claudia, and we are on Twitch. And maybe you are watching this on YouTube. And we are and we're streaming, from Japan, Tokyo. So, tonight the program is Punch Needle. So, if you don't know what is Punch Needle, no worries, I will explain all of this later. But normally on Sunday, because today was Sunday, at the end of the stream, usually I like to do like sound bath. But for tonight, I'm going to skip that part because I have a little of a headache. So I don't think it's a good idea if I start playing instrument. So I will just stick to the punch needle for tonight and a little bit of stretch to finish, the week and before sleeping. And then we are good for that. So we are together for about more or less 2 hours. And tonight, yes, as I was saying, is punch needle. I hope you have your drink with you. For today, I have this one. It's not sponsored. I just show you. So it's a unsweetened, something not sweet, no sugar added, roasted rice tea. So yeah, very nice, perfect, because we are still in a summer and the weather is still crazy. So punch needle. So the main tool for punch needle is this one. I show you. I have to do the this thing. So it's like a needle with a hole here and a hole here, there, and the shape is very specific with a screw over there. Okay. So punch needle, it's similar to embroidery but slightly different. You will see how. So usually you are using also a piece of fabric in a hoop, and then you just poke, 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 poke. There is a satisfying, I have to say, part to do punch needle. The tools. So let me change the viewing. Okay, the overlay. We're going to use this one. Okay, so I set up already a little bit. So for example, I did already the drawing on my fabric, and it will be something like this. I don't remember the name of the fabric, but yes, it's like cotton, like canvas, something like this, with small squares like this. It makes it easy for you to punch. Obviously you have the hoop to hold, the fabric and to keep the tension. And then I have this tool. So as you can see, it's just a circle, right? Just like a cake mold. Actually it's to hold, your work. So for example, if I put it here on the bigger camera, for example, because my hoop here is 12 cm, I will just put it on top and I can punch, safely. Because of course you learn with mistakes. If you start doing it here, you still have to hold your project slightly above the table, because when you go through, for example, I show you from the back, when you go through here the fabric, the needle has to go all the way. So obviously on the table it won't work, so you have to elevate your work a little bit. So you have this side for 12 cm hoop, and you have this side, I don't remember if it's 16 or 18 cm, but yeah, for bigger project. Yeah, so usually when you are doing punch needle, when you start doing it, you do a lot of coaster, and this is what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do coasters because I need 2 more coasters for another project that I might talk about on this channel, but not today. So this is what it looks like. See, it looks like how you call this, tapestry, or very, very fluffy work with yarn. Yeah. And usually to cover the back of the work, you use this kind of fabric, which I don't know the name in English, but yeah, you use this kind of fabric. Yeah, like this, it's safe. And it looks like this. So this is one side of the punch needle, okay, and this is the bottom side. So it means that to do this, how to say, this design like this, very fluffy, I was punching this way. Chuk, 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 chuk. I will show you later more in details. And the other side, it looks like something more like embroidery. Let me show you. So this is the side, you know, less fluffy, where you see all the stitches, let's say. Yeah. And I did this, you know, it's the frame from France. Yeah, and here it's not very nice. The edges are not very nice because there is this shape which is difficult, you know, to cut and everything. But yeah, so this is the side, you know, here it will be flat like this. But so this is when you punch, and when you punch below, it will be like that, very fluffy. So usually you cover the other side like this. It don't get messy. It doesn't get messy. Okay, so these are the two projects I have done recently with punch needle. And for punch needle, so I was saying you need this needle or whatever tool, you know, you can call it, but yes, it's a punch needle. You need small scissors. To be very honest, usually I don't mind the size of the scissors, as you noticed while I was doing embroidery. But for punch needle, I strongly suggest that you use small ones. You will see again later why. Once again, I learned with my mistakes. And you need this kind of wire, very thin and very easy to break. I suggest that if you are doing punch needle, you have few of them because it breaks very easily. This is my last one, so hopefully tonight it will be okay. And to cover this part, as you saw here, I was using yarn, but you can also use, you know, the thread from embroidery. It just depends of the effect you want and obviously the project. Let me tell you that I'm a truly beginner. So I do my best. I think I'm a beginner in everything. And for punch needle also you have different type, you know. This is for bigger yarn. Yeah. The only thing I like about this size of punch needle, sorry, in the frame, is that instead of using this wire to put the yarn in, you use this, which is much more easier. But yeah, I didn't mention that the wire is for you to insert, you know, the yarn inside the needle. Okay, you will see how later. And when you are done with your project, you will need glue to glue here the fabric behind. But this fabric is already made with the sticker or whatever you call this, the glue. So easier to use. So I think it's almost it for punch needle. I guess on my side it is. So let's start. Let's begin. So I did here a circle of 10 centimeters to do my coaster. I feel that the size is okay, just for cup and, you know, for mug, coffee mug. So let me put the scissor here. And I did just random lines here and there. I'm not super satisfied with this, but we'll see. Maybe the result will be okay, because for this one, for example, it was the same. I was just randomly, drawing lines. And as you can see, I have something with the number 4. I don't know, because I have here 4 different colors. Here I will have 4 different colors. And I bought also 4 different colors from Daiso. And for the type of yarn, I would say just take something soft, easy, and especially because it's going through the fabric and everything. So don't take anything with any, fibers or whatever, pearls. Just something simple. And for the size, it will depend of the size you have on with your punch needle. So to be honest, once again, I'm not super pro with punch needle. It's just like I'm trying. If it's working, I keep going. If it's not working, sometimes I change the size of the needle, because with this one, I have 2 other sizes. So I show you how it looks like. So here, and you insert here. So I have 3 sizes, so I will always, adjust with the flow. This is how I do, especially when I learn on my own. So I was saying that I was drawing here the circle of 10. How I did this, you can use a compass, obviously, or sorry, there is someone ringing, but I think my husband got it. Or you can use one of your hoop. You put it on your fabric and you trace. You trace and then you do the thingy inside. Usually for embroidery or punch needle, maybe it's a rule, maybe it's not, I don't know. Once again, you can try to have a bigger hoop than your project. It's easier, I guess. It's easier. Like this, you don't go on the edge, you still have some space. Otherwise, you keep moving your project and it's very annoying. So let's start. Oh yeah, and all the letters here is just the colors. P, purple, R for rose, because if I put pink, it will be like conflict, with the purple, blue, and yellow. So let's start with, should we start with the biggest part? Yes, with the purple. So very simple. Yeah, and I will use this tool that I use normally for crochet, not this yarn. This tool that I use for crochet, you can see from here or in front of me. So this is just like a turntable, but for yarn. And usually I don't use this kind of tool. It's the first time I was using it, and I found this amazing. It's just amazing. It's super easy to carry because you can remove the top part and put it here. I don't earn any money talking about this. It's just that I like it, and it's fully flat here, fully flat like this. Yeah. So if you're interested in this is from Spring. And I think there is a website for that. Yeah, very nice. So I will put the yarn there. And why I like this also too, if you are doing crochet, you might know what I'm talking about. So when you are doing a crochet and you are short, in loose yarn, what you are doing, you're taking your yarn and you throw your yarn, your ball of yarn across the room. And sometimes it gets stuck, into the chair, which is very annoying. And now I have a dog, so I don't have the luxury to do that anymore. So I have this, and honestly, I really like it. And also another thing is when I'm doing crochet without this, when I was doing crochet without this in my previous life, I was always starting from, the middle of the ball of yarn. Like this, I don't need to throw, continuously the ball of yarn everywhere. But sometimes when you pick up, from the middle, you have a lot of knots. So you spend hours, and I want to say hours, because it happened to me not so long time ago before I had this, hours trying to untangle the knot. So here I just put the yarn on top and we are good to go. So how are we going to do this? Since now I started to become a pro, I will zoom. Yay, look at this. So, small disclaimer, this is not a tutorial, okay? I'm just explaining how I do stuff because I'm streaming. So, I feel that I have to explain. So, you are going to take here your wire, and from the needle, you are going to insert the wire. I feel it's not enough talking about zoom. Now that I have the zoom thingy, man, I'm unstoppable. Okay, I just have to remind myself that I have to unzoom. So here, sorry if I keep looking, towards the side, but it's for me to see how is the result at the camera. Okay, so here you insert, and then it has to go out from there. Okay. Then try to keep a small part here. Okay. Then you take your yarn and you have to insert the yarn in the middle here. But you're like, oh my god, it's too small. It's okay. And that's why it breaks easily, because you keep doing this. I keep doing this. So I make here a bigger space. And you put your yarn into it. Okay, just like that. And then here you hold the wire and you pull. It will be much more simpler if this one is on the left. Here, and you pull. Pull, 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 and normally it goes out from there. Yay. Let's see if the tip of the needle is not too small. Okay, and here it's not done yet, guys. I can feel a little bit of tension when I pull. Let's see. Now here you have a small hole. You are going from the top. Insert the wire. Whoops. Grab the yarn. Don't forget this step, because sometimes after a few months I'm not doing punch needle, it might happen that I forget this step, and then the punch needle is not working. You will understand why. Yeah, so you pull and here it goes through. Yeah. And then you don't need that much in terms of length. So here from the other hand, you pull gently. And here it's enough. Okay, so let's come back into a less zoom. No, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, my mic is here. So what you need to do when you are doing punch needle, there is something I need to remember if I have to punch this way or this way. I think it's this way. Yeah. So for example, I'm going from the bottom. So we are going to feel this P zone. Okay. If I have to draw, like make some, some lines for you to see, we're going to feel this zone. Okay, the P zone. So you need to insert, the tip of your needle. Let's say here, we're going to do like that. And then we're going to come back. We're just going this way. Okay? So you start there. So simple. Here, bam. Let me think. So because for me, I want the fluffy part to be visible, you can keep here the tip of the yarn on this side. If you want the flat part of the project, like this one, it means that you have to pull from under the yarn to put this tip below. Okay, like this, it's not on your main project. Okay, so you have to insert the needle until the end. Okay, and then slowly you bring it up. Don't go too high. You follow here the line. You go a little bit further and you punch, and then you do it again. Okay, this time I will put the yarn on my right side because it's here. Okay, so I show you again. So here you hold. No need to hold too tight. Relax the shoulders. It's just like the stretching we are doing. You bring out the needle. Okay, but let's say that the tip of the needle is still above the fabric, and you go forward and you punch. Wait, I can see that it's not taking it. So when you are making mistake like me, and I feel that it's because it's too small, so you can obviously bring everything out and to put back, you know, the fabric, we just do this. Okay, and let's change the tip of the needle. Is it the biggest one already? Let me see. Ah, it is. It might be difficult. Let me see. I have another one. Okay, so see, this is how I do the punch needle. Once again, I'm just like adjusting because the yarn was not staying inside the how you call this, the fabric. So that's why I knew that that was an issue. But here I have another, you know, punch needle, but this one is too small. It's smaller than what I have. Let me see. This one might be too big though. Normally for this one I have another needle, but I cannot find it, which is weird because all the punch needle, you know, thingy are in this box. So let me check my embroidery box because maybe it's inside, but I don't think so, right? I would have seen it last time when I was doing embroidery with you guys. I would be like, hey, what are you doing here, bro? Okay, let me see in the box with all the hoop and everything if it's not lost into it, but no. Okay, guys, let me try again with this one because maybe because I was explaining to you, so maybe I was doing something wrong. Okay, so here I put the wire, I put here the yarn. But I don't think I will have to use the bigger big one, right? Because this one is the bigger I have. Wait, I need to double check. Yes, the other two here in a pouch are the smallest. I remember when I started punch needle years ago, to find this kind of kits, you know, you could find only on the internet, and it was very expensive. Now you can find, you know, just a small, like a needle like this for less than 500 yen in Daiso. I've seen it in Daiso already. And you know, because it's so cheap, you're like, oh, I should buy it. Why? I have already. Okay, now I try to put the yarn in the tip So usually when you do punch needle, normally, if I'm not wrong, this part should be the one going forward. Makes sense, right? Let me see. Let me see without talking. No, see? So when I'm punching, I'm showing you what is happening. Here, as you can see, the yarn is not staying inside. So why is that so? Is it because maybe this is too short? You know? This is the thing when you are doing like, how to say that? When you are doing art craft that you don't know much. It seems a little bit better, but it doesn't. I think it's because it's too tight. The how you call this? I think because the needle is too, the tension, there is too much tension here. So I really need to find the other one. Let me check if I can find the bigger not yarn, tip of the needle. I'm sorry, you're just hearing my voice. Where this could be. This is so annoying when you're doing different, you know, type of craft. So it means that all your stuff, you know, can be all over the rooms, sorry, and sometimes in different rooms because, you know, you're like, oh wait, I should do punch needle while I'm watching TV, and then you leave all your mess in the living room. So it's not there. It's not there. It's definitely not here as well. Where this could be. And it's always happening, you know, when it's evening and you cannot go to the shop to buy what you need. And it's very frustrating when you are a crafter because like, I want to do my stuff now. I want it now. So this is the instructions. So we agree. I think I will have no choice than trying to use this one. We agree that it's not here. No, it's not. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. It should be there, but I don't know why it's not. Next to me. Ooh, ooh. And sometimes also I have, you know, like punch needle, the needle part in my crochet, you know, pouch, because it's a needle. So sometimes it's just like, oh, okay, it's a needle. Up, it's going there. You don't overthink. Okay, let me check those two. And if it's not that, we will try the bigger, let's say, punch needle. And if it's not working, guys, no, there is not if it's going to work. Wait, let me make some space here. Nope, not there. Okay, let's try the big needle. Okay, let's see if it's working. If it's not working, we try to make it work. Oops. Okay, so same thing. Maybe I do it wrong. No, I'm not wrong. So same thing here. Okay, I show you. So here I put the wooden stick inside the punch needle. Okay, here, as you can see, it goes through. From the top part, here there is a hole, and inside the hole I will put the yarn. And this is the funny part. You still apparently you still need to use the wire because the yarn is big and the eye of the needle is too small. Okay, so here, did it. So now from this part, the tip, we're going to pull to bring the yarn out. And then from the top part, insert here. Wait, insert the stick, grab the yarn, pull through, and bring the yarn inside or through. Okay. Wish me luck. We keep this on the side and we will try to make it work. Okay. The only thing is I don't like is that, as you can see, this is a closed canvas. So I'm scared that I'm going to damage the thingy. Let's see. Ah, it's working. Okay, it's working. But now I can see that my fabric is loose. So I'm going to punch here and I'm going to readjust. Working! So here, to readjust, you just pull on the fabric from all the side. Make sure that the hoop remains on the spot. So the hoop, this one is from Daiso. I just bought it because it was convenient at this moment for me. But I'm not big fan of this one. You can see that the quality is not there. To be honest, I think the wooden, hoops are better in terms of quality. So I show you here. So I'm doing the punching from this side, and as you can see here, there are those small stitch, just like embroidery stitch, yeah? And if I turn the work upside down, you can see here small loops, yeah? So this is what you are doing when you are doing punch needle. So when you are doing, the punch needle, try to, how to say that? First, to always have a loose end here. That's why this tool is very good. Also, try not to have too much big space between your stitches, okay? All right. And remember here that the punch needle, this part is the one moving forward, okay? So now I just follow the line. Wait, I think I'm catching this from under. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm just following the line here. So what you can do, you can either come back, or you can also do the outline and then fill the gap, the main gap. Okay, it's up to you. Let me see. I will have to tense the fabric again. So this type of fabric is not working well with this size of needle. I think it's too big and too heavy. Okay. Sorry everyone. So here, when you have to turn your work, don't give yourself some headaches, okay? Just turn the hoop, okay? And we're going to do the outline of the circle with the purple color. So you have to hold here, and here we go. Oh my goodness. I think this project don't like the fact that the needle is too big. But in a way, it's working. See, it makes big holes, so I just have to do this to close the gap here, and I do it again. So at the beginning, go slow. Okay, no need to rush, especially when you are in the learning process. Here it is. We have done the out part. So now I'm turning, and in the same time I turn also the needle. Okay, let me readjust a bit for you. Maybe I can unzoom. Here we are. Like this, you have a bigger view of what I am doing. Okay, so now just fill the gap. So you punch kind of close, to your project. And usually I try to punch, let's say, so close to the line, but also in the middle. Like this, they are staggered. Like this, I'm sure I'm not punching in the same hole, for example. But I think if you want to do something with this face, which would be your main project, just like the friends, frame, I think it might be better if they are not staggered. I don't know. I think for the friends project, I was doing the staggered thingy. Oh my goodness, I really need to tense this. Maybe I will change also the hoop. But I'm not sure if I have a 12 cm hoop. And usually we try to keep close also from the first line. We try to punch close to the first line. Like this, there is no gap between the loops. Okay, here, and we keep going. And if your yarn here becomes tense, just give more, you know, loose in your yarn. Okay, so as you can see, we can see a small beginning of the project, but since here the fabric is not ideal for the project, see, it will be something like this. Let me come back. Sorry. I try to see if I have another piece of fabric maybe, or oh, this one is really too thin. And I'm still very upset about the needle and why it's not working, you know, because it's a bit annoying. So if you need to cut the yarn, so you just bring, you know, the yarn out and cut. Okay, so I need to tighten this because it doesn't help in the process. This one is too big. It's good because you're learning with me, with my own mistakes. Okay, so voila. Oop. Try to tighten a little bit more. Here it is. I think for the next stream of punch needle, I will try to have, you know, better tools. Okay, sounds nice, but I'm scared that the strength, you know, with the needle will bring everything in again. So punch needle is very easy, by the way. As you can see, you can just pause the project, cut the yarn, and come back where you left it. Let me see. Okay, let's try again, guys. Let me put the earphones on the side. Put this here and let's go back where we were. Here, okay. Here there is too much yarn coming out from the tip, so I just pull a little bit. Okay, let's say we were here, so you just come back where you left it and you punch, punch, punch. Yeah, when the fabric is more, you know, tense, it's so much better. You can feel the difference. But here, going this way, this way. So once again, you just follow the line very close. As you can see, it's staggered. Okay, then if needed, you turn your project. So I think the main issue with the first needle I had was the fact that the needle was too small for the yarn. Okay, then I need more loose yarn. Okay, now we'll keep going on following here, closing the gap. I'm checking on my dog. She's next to me. I think she's having a nightmare. Kuma. Kuma. Because she's like, oh, oh, oh. Malo Mimi. Say hi. Kuma. Malo. Oh, Malo. Voila. Okay, I can leave her here on my leg. All right. Here. So if you are looking for tutorial about punch needle, once again, YouTube now has a lot of video, you know, like intro video about punch needle. Hello, Mimi. Oh, wait. Yeah, so intro video, what, you know, brand you have for good punch needle, what material you need, type of yarn also. It's just that sometimes I'm very lazy. So here, as you can see, the gap is smaller and smaller. So now you just punch wherever you can. Okay, try to fill the gap here. Okay, let's remove. So when you remove, you have to hold here. Okay, like this, it doesn't go away. Use your scissors and cut low. Okay, I will bring Kuma back to her bed. You say bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Here. Okay, so here for the leftovers, because I was too generous, can cut. And usually when you are done with the project, you can put a layer of glue on top of it, you know, this kind of glue, the white glue. Like this, all the tips, you know, of yarn, they will just stay here, they won't move. And this is the back. Okay, so because the fabric was caught inside the project, I have, you know, those pieces of fabric, but I will remove everything. As you can see, you have all those small loops at the back, and the height is not very, you know, equal everywhere, but I think it's because I don't use the proper piece of fabric for this project. But let's keep going and let's see where it goes. Okay, so here we have the yellow, so I remove the purple and I grab yellow. So let's insert the yarn inside the needle. So here, use the top part to insert the yarn inside the eye of the needle. I will use yarn spinner to help me. One day when I will do crochet, you will see how great it is. Okay, then you pull here at the tip to bring the yarn out, and then you put this one into this one. So while I am doing this, let me remind you that I have a YouTube channel where I post all the replays of my streamings. So, wait. So you can have a look if you have missed, one of the project I have done. So I have done paper theater, embroidery, and also working a bit on my Japanese. So I have all of this available on YouTube for free. Okay, done. Yes, and the name of the channel is just Claudia Studio Replay. Very simple, right? Okay, let me adjust for you to see. So now we're going to do this part. So the yellow part. Okay? So same thing. We're going to do the outer line first. And then we fill the gap. Okay, let's go. So same thing. No need to bring too much space between the stitches. And when you punch until the end. Okay, and then whoop, as you can see here, it didn't go through. So here, I come back and just scratch. I pull on the yarn on top to bring the yarn back, and we go again. So sometimes the knot doesn't happen at the bottom because here it was not loose enough. So make sure that your yarn is always loose at the end. Okay, let's turn. Let's follow the line. Well, I think that punch needle is not that popular yet. I think tufting, yes, I think tufting is more popular because you have a lot of workshops about that. If you don't know what is tufting, is exactly the same as punch needle, but instead of having this kind of tool, you have like a gun and you're like so very satisfying. So usually it's for bigger projects, like because here it's small, it's just holding by hoop. But when you are doing tufting, you are doing in bigger frame. For example, you can make those how you call this, I don't want to say carpets, but this is when you can put, oh yeah, carpet I think is good, yeah, like carpet or wall decoration, stuff like that. Punch needle, usually you do small project. I think I have seen some people doing like nice, flowers and, using different technique in punch needle to do something similar to embroidery work. But to be honest, I tried and it didn't work for me. So maybe I don't have the technique. As you can see, I don't even have the good size of the needle. So, who am I? Come on. Up. And once again, we follow the line, we close the gap, and I decide to stagger my stitches. And usually if you don't remember which way is your needle under because you don't see, instead of checking under, usually you always have, you know, something to tell you it's on this side. For me, for example, for this one, it's when this is at the back. Yeah, for this DMC, it's when it's on the front. So use, you know, the guidelines. Oh, I think I'm going over here to fill a small gap here left, and I come back. Here. So with the proper tools, the sound of punch needle is very satisfying because it's just the sound of needle going through the fabric, and because the fabric is tense, you know, it's like how to say that, like a drum. Yes. Not too bad. I will tense a bit more the fabric when I will be done with the yellow part. Okay, which is now. Okay, so to remove, so you hold here the yarn coming out and you cut close to your project. Then you cut here the generous yarn. And let me see. Ah, that's cute. So when you have, for example, here, let me show you one, you know, part which is higher than the other, what you can do is just to, you know, cut, just like when you want to do a haircut. And here it goes. You don't see it anymore. That's cute in a way. All right. Oh yeah, I will tense the fabric a bit more. So sorry, I won't do it on camera, but just imagine me pulling on the fabric. Okay. And then tighten the screw here on top. All right, sounds better. Here. Now, let's try the blue. So we remove here from there. Very simple. Yeah, it's not easy to find yarn also for crochet, not crochet, sorry, for this punch needle, because if the yarn is too big, you have to adjust, find, you know, if you have, you know, the perfect size of needle and with the perfect size of fabric. And usually you need this size of yarn. Let me show you this size. See, and now I'm using this one. So I'm showing you a color which is not visible. Okay, let me show you. But I had this from the starting, you know, kits of my punch needle. Yeah, usually you need this small size of yarn to do your project, but I feel it's not that easy to find. because when I'm going to my shop to buy the yarn, I never find, a small yarn like this and soft also. Try to show you here. There you go. See? It's smaller. It's not that small, right? That's smaller. But it's enough for me to not use this one. Anyway, we are still working on it. So the blue one. So it's nice because I'm doing a small project. So since I'm doing a small project, I won't get too frustrated. Just a little bit. Because I'm like, I really want to use the other punch, needle. And not the big one that damaged the fabric. Resiliation. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay? And once again, don't forget to go through the hole of the needle. Okay. Here we are. Okay, let's go for the blue color. So the blue color is this one. Let's see. So again, we start, at the beginning of a line, and we just follow the line. We follow the line, we punch until the end of the needle and slightly angled, not fully 90 degrees. Slightly angled. Like this also you can see where you are punching. So if you ask me if I prefer doing this or embroidery, I would say it's different, and probably that's why I'm doing it, because it's different from embroidery. Different feeling, different, purpose, different craft. I might say that this one is, for me, less, how to say that? There is no need to think too much. You just punch, 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 punch. Embroidery, you have to, do different type of stitches to have a result. You have to keep, making knots, or how to say that? Change also the thread, put the thread inside the project to, to hide it. So for me, embroidery is more troublesome in that way. I think punch needle would be even more enjoyable if I know a little bit more, about, the tools, type of fabric, type of yarn. It's just like I'm trying on my own. I see if it works. And sometimes I learn from my mistake, and sometimes I do the exact same mistake. I think this is the thing when you are self-learner. So of course there are times I take notes to remember, and sometimes it's just like, oh, okay, I have to do that. Okay, makes sense. And then the next time doesn't make sense anymore because I don't do it and I do the same mistake. But embroidery or punch needle, same thing. Once you are into it, suddenly you want to do a lot. A lot of coasters, a lot of patch, like the friends frame, a bag, for example. You want to do a lot of stuff. It's generally the same, thing with art craft in general. When you're doing crochet, you have a lot of beanie, socks, blanket, cardigan. And you want to try all, the stitches, the color combination, different color regarding the season. I'm getting better here. So as you can see, the blue, oopsie, here, getting nice. Okay, I think we are done with the blues, so we can gently remove, whoops, and cut. Sorry, cut. All right, and cut here also. Let me grab a sip of my tea. Okay, so we had some troubles at the beginning. Now we're good. Okay, we remove the blue. And we finish with the pink. Here, baby pink. So once again, I show you now with this camera. I would say that if you want to start embroidery, but it's a lot at the beginning to buy, because you always have to buy, the different threads, all the fabric, oh no, I pulled too hard. Yeah, the type of fabric, la 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 la. I would say that punch needle, it's easier to start with in terms of, patch work, in a way, patch craft. Punch needle for me is easier. What am I doing? Yes. It requires less technique, especially if you keep working with the same yarn and maybe the same, how to say that? The same stuff, because when you're doing embroidery, suddenly you need like different shades, of blue, of green. So yeah. Okay, slowly. I think we're good here. Okay, guys. Now we have to finish here the circle. Let's start from there. I'm very lucky because now Kuma, my dog, is at this age where she's just sleeping. Almost everywhere she's with me. So she won't annoy me that much. And also I know that she likes being around in general. But she likes being around when I'm doing crochet, especially crochet. She likes to sit, on my lap as if, she was checking the project. And so it happened that I was doing crochet for long hours while watching, something easy to understand. And she was, just on my lap, enjoying us. And also why? Because especially when I do crochet, I do it during winter or when it's cold, weather. And because I do big projects, so Kuma is here on my lap and the project is covering Kuma, so I think that's why she likes it, because she can sleep with comfort, as if she was not sleeping in comfort already. This dog. Oh, I'm doing the punch needle off camera, sorry. A few times I have people asking me, hey, how did you, learn how to crochet? And I was like, on my own, just watching tutorials on YouTube, or a few years ago it was more on, wait, I'm going this way, on a forum, and people are always like, hey, can you teach me? To be honest, I'm not sure I can teach this, especially crochet, I mean, because I don't have the right terms. I'm not sure how to begin and what to teach, first. I think the way I've learned is I was doing the same project over and over and over with different colors. I was doing like small socks for babies. I think I was doing it because I still have, but nephews, around. So I just wanted, to do stuff like that for them. And yeah, I think I learned that way. So it was not even, an easy project. Because if you ask me what project should I do to learn, basics of crochet, I would say go for a blanket, just a straight blanket. Because it will take forever for you to complete it, and if you have the will to complete it, it means that you are ready also to how to say that, to go through a lot during your crochet journey. Because I remember when I was learning crochet, it was more than 10 years ago, right? So I was like, oh yeah, I could crochet in the public transport. I can crochet here and there. I was young. Young and naive. Of course not. Of course not. Oh no! See, so I pulled too much. So I pulled away the stitch. So I will close the gap and I will just go through again with my pink yarn, which is still attached to the punch needle. Okay. Yeah, so crochet, huh? So yeah, usually people when they ask me, I say, I'm not comfortable teaching because I'm not sure how to teach it. And even if I'm a yoga instructor, it doesn't mean that I can teach art craft. Okay, so the top, which will be the bottom soon, is like that, and then it's like this. It's cute. Okay, let me remove the hoop. I'm not 100% satisfied, to be honest, because when you are using the smaller punch needle, the result is, you know, more, you know, tight. So remove the circle. Here it is. It's not too bad. It's very cute. So I will remove here. Cuts the this. Okay. So this is just the fabric fiber that got, you know, caught into the project because of the use of the big needle. So usually you have, or I have, to cut around the thingy here. Sorry. Okay, don't cut the earphones. Here. And because it's a circle shape, so normally what we do, right? So we fold in, you know, the fabric like this. On the other side it will be like that, you know, but since it's a circle, if you fold, you know, it will be weird. So you have to make, you know, some cut here and there along here, along the fabric. Like this. When you fold, it won't get too weird. So as I was saying, normally you put glue at the back of the project like this. The thread are not moving and they're not going to entangle. But since I'm using like a special, let's say special fabric with the glue already on it, it's fine. But if you really want to secure, I suggest you glue the back and then you wait a few hours or overnight, and then you can add the back of your project. Usually I use yeah, please, I think that this is the name in English. So it will be something like this. You keep going to do the full circle. Watch out, you know, to not cut here your project. Yes, happened to me. Okay, so since I have here a lot of fabric crumbs, I will just move it away and to the bin. Okay, okay, so what I still do though, I won't glue the fabric, you know, the back of the fabric and this fabric together because it will be too messy. So usually I will still put the glue here for, you know, for the main fabric. Okay, and I will use this tool that you have seen during the paper theater. Okay, so I will use the big one. I don't have headaches. So what I do, very simple. I just apply the glue on top like that, at the edge. Whoops. Okay, so I use the spatula. Okay, and I just fold in. Okay, and fold. Okay, and if you still have some thread like that, like here, you cut it later. It's okay. So keep going all around the circle. I said keep going, but I'm talking to myself. Here it is. We keep going. We fold, fold. Okay, see, almost there. I have done half of it already. I think for the second part of the string, before we go for the stretch, I will be a little bit stubborn. I will try again with the same yarn, the first needle. Okay, I really want to see if I can do it because I won't have time now to start my second how to call this, coaster, and I can do it on Wednesday, and maybe on Wednesday we will have a different setup. Let's see. Up, yep, yay, almost there. Here it is. Okay, I use a spatula and I have glue on my hand. How do I do that? 9, 5. Okay. Spread and fold. Fold and told, it's okay if it doesn't look pretty, okay, because we're going to cover that. And here it is. Nice. Okay. All right, so let me put the spatula back in the box. Let me clear the table a little bit. Okay, let me readjust. So here at the moment, the shape of the coaster, as you can see, is not really roundish. Okay, here you have some yarn going here and there. So what you can do, you can grab your scissors and give a haircut to your project to have a better look on the finish. Just like haircuts, just go confidently. You will learn from your mistake. Okay, here. Okay. Be kind to yourself. It's okay. All right. Okay. Now, let me clear the desk. Okay, so now it looks like more like a circle. So it's like that. You start a little bit, you keep trimming, and then you don't have the shape anymore. Okay, then you can check, if the project, if you're looking the project this way, if you feel that, one loop is bigger, taller than another one, you can readjust. So for the back of the project, usually I will use this. Is from Daiso. Okay, if I show you the packet, is this one, adhesive felt. So I guess the name of the fabric is felt. It's white and black, and it comes in square, like that. The size is here, 18 by 18. Okay, and very simple. Let me think. Can I use only half of it? Like this later I can use, or maybe I use like that. Sorry. Because since I will do another one, yes, I can do that. So, I will try my best here. And let me think. I cut here until here, and then I cut down. I'm not sure I will be able to use for the other one, but we'll see. We'll see. But we keep it because So how it works, I will just remove here the paper, and here you can see the shiny part is the glue part, and I just put it on top of my project. So usually at Daiso you have the packet I showed you for black and white, but I'm sure that if we are going to craft shops, you can find different colors. And then what you do, you just cut the excess of felt fabric. And because there is glue, it's not that easy, but you do your best, okay? And you offer your project a second haircut. One for one, as we say. Get one, pay one, get one for free. And here, it looks like an egg. Okay. It's fine because the colors look like, you know, the egg. Okay. Let me see. Oops. Ta-da! So it is like this on top, and bottom it's like that. See, we can see a little bit of default and everything, but since it's for yourself, fine. Here and there. Nice. One coaster. See the difference? This one is made with a smaller needle, and this one is made with a bigger needle. So it makes bigger knots, let's say, loops. It is. See here, because I was doing the purple parts at the beginning, at first, and then I couldn't adjust properly, you know, with my punch needle. So that's why it's like that here, compared to the pink, for example, which is neater. Okay. It's not too bad. And it's homemade, so I appreciate it. Let me see. It's very cushiony. I have another coaster here made with crochet. It's a small bear. Okay, let's see. So I was telling you guys that I wanted to try once again to punch on this with the smaller needle. Okay, using the same yarn just to see, you know. Otherwise, for sure, before, so today we are Sunday, before Wednesday, I will go to the yarn shop or the art craft shop. I say yarn shop because most of the time I'm going to buy yarn over there. And I will buy the proper needle. Let me think. So let me trace the circle around, but sorry, on the fabric. So I'm looking for the 10 cm. Oop. So since we want to frame here, okay, I will trace with the 10 cm using the chalk pen. This one is also from Daiso. And you just put water and the chalk goes away. So I will trace first the circle. Okay, here it is. Nice. I put the circle back. Here, I grab some water. Then now I will make some shapes again. So here, we have made this. When I look at this, I don't think about anything specifically except for the eggs, you know, from how you call this? How you call this holiday with the eggs in English? I know in French is Pâques. In English is Easter egg, I think, right? Yes, Easter egg. So it looks like Easter egg in a way because the shape is not fully round and the colors definitely are those colors reminding me Easter egg. So let's try to do something more wavy this time. Okay, and we'll see, maybe we use only 3 colors. So here, and then I will do from there, maybe something like this. Okay, now we put this on the hoop. We just try, guys. Okay, after the try we go for the stretch, and after the stretch we go to sleep because we all need a bit of a rest. So for the hoop, this one is going under. I try more or less to put it at the center, more or less. Okay, and then you use the bigger hoop and you press down. You tighten a little bit, but it's not over yet. Now you have to pull on the fabric to make it, you know, tense, just like a drum. Not good, not good. And then anytime you tighten, you have to tighten the screw on top. Come on. Yeah, because when you are doing embroidery or punch needle and the fabric is loose, it's very annoying. Not too bad. Okay, let's try, guys. Okay, so I think the issue obviously is the size of this. But when it was slightly longer, I mean the tip, when it was longer, it was taking more the yarn. So let's try again. I've glue all over the fingers. Okay, since the pink is on the spinner, let's put the pink. So once again, this one we go from down. Remember that we try to bring the yarn through the needle. Okay, so from the top to the bottom. So we go here on top, we grab the end of the yarn, and here at the bottom we bring the yarn thanks to the wire. Okay, and then it's not over yet. To create the loop, you have to bring the yarn through the eye of the needle. So once again we use the wire. Okay, so tomorrow I will buy a new wire. I feel that this one is going to break soon. And here, as you can see on the front camera, let's say, the tip here of the yarn is too long. So I shorten it slowly. We don't want to do again the same process. Then I bring the circle to put my hoop on top, and like this. I don't punch on my knee, I don't punch on my table. Let's cross fingers. Okay, let's try to do here, this part. Okay. Actually, it's almost working. Let me know it's not working. Let me see if I try to put the needle shorter. I don't think it will work though. Let me see. Sometimes I try really to understand why it's not working. Shorter is not the issue as well. So I think it's really about the size of the yarn not matching, you know. Because it doesn't go, see, it doesn't stay, so so even if I put longer, is slightly better, but no, it's not. So yeah, it's not working. I think we're safe to say that it's not working. Sorry, I'm just still checking around if it's not there, but no, the needle is not there. And definitely it won't work with the smaller needle in this pouch. So I think we are done with the punch needle for tonight. And Wednesday, we will do the second coaster, guys. Yeah. And maybe another one to to hear to see if we can have something better than this, even if in a way I like it, because it's still cute. Yeah, still fluffy. All right, so let's have a break. Okay, let's have a break to breathe a little bit, for me to rearrange you know, my desk and everything. Grab some water, refill your cup of tea or whatever, and I think we see each other back in about 2 minutes. Okay, see you guys in 2 minutes. We are back. So, I could settle in. Not at all. I was still thinking about this needle and everything. And I think I will think about it until tomorrow. Until I would be like at the craft shop, like, yes, I got it for Wednesday. But you know what? In this, in a way, the fact that you see, the feel in like direct in during streaming live, it helps us to understand that, yeah, what you can see sometimes it's not the reality. That to have a certain result, you have to go through some experiment. So it's good also. All right. Enough chat. So, let me see. So we're going to do the stretching now. And as usual now, I like to put a disclaimer. Okay, we put it down a little bit. Here. No. Not the camera. The disclaimer. Oh wait, the camera size is not covering the full. Okay. So the disclaimer about the stretching, just to remind you guys that I'm not a doctor. Okay, I'm a yoga instructor, but it doesn't mean that I have the authority, to heal you or whatever. Okay, if you have any injury, any pain, any discomfort, I advise you to see a doctor. Okay, someone with a diploma. It's always better. Okay, and sometimes also they will say that it's not good for you to do the stretching at the moment, blah 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 blah. So listen to your doctor. Okay, otherwise, yes, we're going to do simple stretching, but if you feel that the movement we're going to do is not comfortable for you, just skip it. Okay, or maybe you do another one that you feel more comfortable with. Okay, so I know it's a long disclaimer. It's always a long disclaimer, but I feel that it's very important because sometimes as yoga instructor we can go further in our mind and maybe lose ourselves. And I don't want to, so it's good. Disclaimer is for you and for me as well. All right, guys, so let's start to stretch something simple here. And if you need, more idea of stretching, you can check my Instagram account. I have posted, I think, 2 or 3 reel about stretching. So I think one is for the upper body, one is for the lower part of the body, and the other one I forgot already. I think, yeah, it's for back pain. Yes, so you can check. All right, so let's start. Let's have a comfortable seated position. Could be on your chair, on your sofa, on your bed. If you are on a chair, try to have your feet touching the ground to have a good balance here. All right, so let's start. Everyone, interlace the fingers together. Press the palms away from you, stretching your arms towards the front. Inhale here. Exhale. Now inhale, bring both arms up to the ceiling, still interlacing the fingers together, reaching the arms as high as you can for today. If you need to micro bend the elbows, especially if you feel pain around the shoulders, micro bend. Okay? Very good. Try to grow yourself taller. Imagine that your spine is lengthening as much as it can. Relax the face, or you can smile like me because it feels so nice, especially after, you know, the trouble tonight and the session of punching. Very nice. Now slowly you're going to release the hands to the side and interlace the hands behind you this time. So I'm going to turn on the side for you to see. Okay, I will slowly stand this way. So you interlace the fingers behind you. You straighten here your elbows as much as you can, but once again, slightly bend works as well. As long as you try to reach the floor and also away from the body, you are in a good place. Okay? Whoa, whoa, feels so nice. Especially because if you are like me, you know, having most of the time, you know, the shoulder, the upper back rounding this way, this stretch counterbalance everything, and it feels so nice. Let me see, I think this is on my mic. I will remove it. Okay, let's stay together for 3 yogi counts. Okay, don't try to count, you cannot catch up. 3 2 and 1. Release the hands. Ooh, back to the center. Maybe shake up the shoulders a little bit. Okay, now back to the center. Bring the right arm up to the ceiling. Bend the elbow and touch between, let's say, the shoulder blades. Okay, the middle here, the middle. Then you use your other hand, left hand, to press down. So when you are doing this, make sure that the head, the back of the head, is resting on your arm, not going too much to front. It's resting. Okay? And you're sitting tall. How you think you can sit taller? By pushing on your sitting bones. Okay, let's stay there for 3 2 1. Keep the position as it is and bend your upper body to the left side. When you bend, imagine you have a wall behind you and that you are following the wall behind. Okay? So it means that you are not reaching forward, but the side. Remember to breathe. If you're holding your breath, you will have more tension. Okay, slowly, let's come back to the center. Release the arms, just shake up a little bit, okay, to reset. Maybe notice left and right side, how it is. Do you feel a difference? Maybe no difference. Whatever you are feeling, this is the good feeling. And now, how it is on the other side. Sorry. Left arm up to the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, bend the elbow, touch between the middle, okay? I want to say middle of the back, but you know, between left and right. Okay, now you use your other hand to press down on the elbow. Don't press too hard. Okay, if you press too hard and you feel that your chin is going down, you have to press less. Okay, chin up. Rest the back of the head on the elbow or around, you know, the elbow area. Feels so good. Usually one side is more, you know, challenging than the other. For me, this is this one. Okay, and now stay where you are. Inhale. Exhale, bend to the right side. Once again, imagine you are following a wall behind you with your back, with your arm, with the back of your head. If you feel that it's hard to breathe when you are here, I suggest you come back a little bit. There is no need to suffer. It feels so good actually. Okay, let's come back to the center. And let's release. Ooh, shake up, shake up, shake up, shake up. Okay, let's work a little bit on the neck. Okay, I feel that today I was holding a lot of tension around the neck because I was a bit annoyed. Okay, so interlace the fingers, place the hands behind the head, press as a cushion, and slowly press down, chin to your chest. Elbow, maybe, sorry, elbow. Maybe your elbows are going closer to your face. Notice where you feel the stretch at the back of the neck. Is it more towards the left side, the right side, maybe the center, maybe a little bit of everything? Wow, this is so good. Let's stay there for 3, 2, and 1. With control, you're going to look forward and release the hands down. Woo! This feels so nice. Okay, so guys, thanks for watching on YouTube or maybe following here on Twitch. The adventures of Punch Needle. The replay will be on Tuesday. I should have a note. So yeah, the replay will be available on Tuesday 6 p.m. Japanese time, and the next live stream will be on Wednesday 8:30 ish Japanese time, morning, in the morning. Yes, and we're going to do the punch needle again, and this time I will have the proper size of needle. So thank you everyone for watching. I wish you a very good day, good night, and as usual, everything. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.